Well, the calendar has slipped to November, and that means we are back here in the Hawks Nest for more OCAA men's volleyball. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Zach Benoit alongside Xavier Whittle. And we have a good matchup here for you. The Humber Hawks taking on the Redeemer Royals, and really what should be a fantastic match.
Yeah, this is definitely the home opener for the Hawks, as they are currently 1-1, coming off a little bit of a rough weekend last week, splitting with Cambrian and Boreal, but now they're definitely using the home court advantage to their game.
Well, you see the standings there. The Hawks 1-1, Redeemer 1-2, but we'll get more into that after the player introductions of the national anthem, and for that we'll throw it to our PA announcer, Haspreet, for more.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Nest here at the Humber. OCAA volleyball action between the visiting Redeemer University and your Humber Hawks. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to request you to please stand up, if able, and remove the hats for the playing of the national anthem. Time to welcome the officials for the game. First referee, Jessica Curtis. Second referee, Andy Vu. And the line judges are Camille Kawam and Teresa Lee. All right, let's welcome the starting lineups for both the teams. Firstly, for the visiting team, Redeemer Royals. Leading off from Ancaster, 6'2" setter, number 2, Ben Brower. From Ottawa, a 6'2" outside hitter, number 4, Simon Bourne. From Hamilton, a 6'2" outside hitter, number 7, Jonah Heidbert. From Burnaby, British Columbia, a 6'2" outside hitter, number 8, Jared Princelow. From Burlington, 6'6", a playing middle, number 9, Silas Ruckelman. And from Hamilton, 6'6", playing middle, number 11, Jack Demming. The liberos for the game, mostly from Picton, a 6', number 1, Andrew Walcott. And from Langley, a 5'11", number 6, Carson Bray. The head coach for the Redeemer Royals is Wes Skillstrom. All right, Hawks Nation, please welcome the starting lineup put together by the head coach, Wayne Wilkins. Leading off from Ottawa, a 6'1" center. Number 2, Nicholas Cozy. From Burlington, a 6'4" playing middle. Number 3, Justin Holland. From Brampton, 6'3" playing outside. Number 8, Kyle Gray Phillips. From Santos, Brazil, a 6'8" playing middle. Number 12, Apollo Brass. From Ottawa, Ontario, a 6'3" playing outside. Our number 16, David Blackmore. And from Sao Paulo, Brazil, a 6'4" playing outside. Number 17, Enzo Andres. The liberos for the game. Firstly, from Kharkiv, a 6 foot, number 1, Mikhailo Saidov. And lastly, from the Scarborough, a 5'9", number 15, Alex Segi.
Well, player introductions are done, and let's get things underway here. Redeemer Royals, Humber Hawks. This is game 1 of 2 we have on the day. The Sioux Cougars and the Hawks will take on in the women's match just after this one. But this one should be a fantastic one. Again, the standings, as we talked just pregame. 1-1 for the Hawks, 1-2 for Redeemer. Redeemer losers of their last game. The Hawks winners of their last one, looking here to go on a little bit of a win streak, X.
I think if they can keep playing how they played against Boreal, this will definitely be a start of some big win streak coming for the Hawks. Especially right now, like they still need to keep climbing, especially with Cambrian all the way up at the top right now.
Yeah, this is a new look for the Humber Hawks. They have 9 players making their North Campus debut here today. So that should play into a factor. Ben Brower with the serve over. Diving is Blackmore. Andres. He gets the first kill, and it's Enzo Andres.
What a way to start off your North Campus debut and career here.
The outside hitter, 6'4" from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Gets the scoring started. The serve over here, it's set up high. Bowers, the set, trying to go cross court, was Simon Bourne, but he couldn't connect. Nicholas Koji. His serve over is a good one. They go quick to the middle, and does it catch the line? Yes, it does. They go to Silas Breckelman, and he finds that corner.
Those are really tough corners to hit as well, especially on a spike like that. You're looking for the kill. You're looking for any open spot, and just a little more outward is definitely going to be out of bounds.
Serve over, out of play. That was Simon Bourne trying to connect with one there.
Blackmore now serving. We all know how he does. We all know how he's been. He's been here for 4 years, onto his 5th year now.
Blackmore, heavy serve over, reigning player of the year. That is, the wall comes through. KGP, another 5th-year vet. They back set it here to Bourne, and he's able to hit it through the block.
The first time it was definitely a good block. The second time just caught them on their fall, and next thing you know, the ball just catches right below the wrist, and it just stays in their end.
So a serve coming up here, number 9, Silas Breckelman, and gets right to KGP. They go quickly, back setting the hit over, and it's gonna find some court. That's Justin Holland. So it tipped off the fingertips. The official will say it was her fault, made the wrong call.
I saw her go to Redeemer's side, and I was wondering if it was possibly one of those net violations. But it wasn't.
Right at the net, and it's kept up. Blackmore will push it wide to KGP. Has it blocked, but he gets the recovery. Andres, his kill over, hits the wall, but it goes out of bounds.
Even if they're blocked, sometimes the ball will land out of bounds, and it's still going to be a point for the Hawks.
And that serve right into the net by Justin Holland. Serve over right into the waiting arms of Blackmore. They push it wide. KGP, who's blocked. Ben Brower able to stop that one.
Man, what a block by Brower, and that was definitely a textbook. Great arms up, everything. Have it tilted down too. Just perfect.
The serve. It's over. They go wide. KGP again, and he will not be denied this time. Kyle Gray Phillips gets his first kill.
At first you don't succeed. Try again. KGP with a second chance to get the kill, and now you have Andres at the serve.
Andres, the big heavy serve, but it's right into the waiting arms. Blackmore dives in the backcourt. Cozy. Hit over, not going to go anywhere. They push it out wide, trying to hit down line, and right into the falling arms of Enzo. So far, it's been back and forth. 6-5 is the lead for the Hawks, but this Redeemer team, they are pushing. Jonah Heidebert will go to the line here to serve.
Wouldn't expect another game like this, especially with how they've both been playing this season. Despite the records, it's definitely what they want to do.
Cozy just trying to push it there. Diving is Enzo, but nobody can get to it.
A little sneaky play by the setter. Definitely think you're gonna go to someone else. Nope, we're gonna take it to ourselves and just get it over.
Point going to the Hawks there, 7-6. KGP will go to the line here to serve. Kyle Gray Phillips, again, there are a couple of fifth-year super seniors, you like to call them, and KGP is one of them. He's been here so long. He's done excellent his whole Humber Hawks career. Andres to Cozy, right back to Andres, and he hits the back line. It was Princelow that got the arm to it.
And Andres has definitely such a powerful spike, even from the back line too.
KGP, the serve over. It's a soft one, and it's a service ace for Kyle Gray Phillips.
Man, just right into no man's land. Nobody's touching it. Somebody just right there. There's nobody right there, and it just lands at the proper spot. That's where KGP wanted it.
This time it was hard, and it sails past that back line.
That's not where he wanted it.
Well, in the background, you can see the Humber Hawks bench, and well, they're led by Paul Manna, a player that was a part of the bench mob last year. A bunch of those players have either graduated or transferred to different programs, but I mean, Humber's bench last year was lethal when it came to the cheering and jeering that they did. Joust at the net there was won by Breckelman, and Redeemer, they continue to keep this one close. 9-8 is the score.
Again, back and forth. You're not gonna look to get a 5-point lead early right now.
They
but
push it to Blackmore. Can he find it? Yes, he can. That one just getting the back line. Taven Blackmore gets the call that he much needed there. Head coach for the side of Redeemer didn't like it. That's Wes Shilstra.
Definitely the coach thought it was out of bounds.
That hits just out of bounds, so the point goes right on back to the Royals, and keeping it close here through set one. It's 10-9 here for the Hawks. Into the net, nobody able to get things settled down as of yet. Bunch of service errors on both sides here so far.
Definitely a back and forth affair, and definitely a very tight game. Every point is another point for each team.
Keep it up, they're gonna get a hit out of this one, and it's too hard for Alex Segui to hold on to it. Ben Brower comes through, big hit there out of the 6'2" player from Ancaster. Simon Bourne, he'll come up here. His serve right into the waiting arms, KGP. Cozy to Blackmore, off the hands and down. Blackmore gets another kill.
Just vintage Blackmore right here. Definitely a reason why he was the player of the year last year. And he's definitely going to try and go for another one this year.
Blackmore, again, he had a tremendous season last year. There were question marks, if he would be returning for a fifth and final season. And I talked with him a little bit in the preseason. He said, yeah, why not come back? I have one more year, might as well contribute again to this program. Blackmore, like we mentioned, player of the year last year. The West Division player of the year was Josh Nicholson from the Hawks, who has now graduated out of the program. Serve over right into the arms of KGP. Cozy goes quick to the middle for Holland.
Man, what a great setup. That was just perfect to look at. As soon as I saw Holland go up for it, it was definitely over. It was definitely going to be a point.
So last year, Redeemer had one player make the second team All-Stars. That was Caleb Just, and he is no longer on the team, graduated out of the program. So they're looking for somebody to step up here for them. Enzo Andres. Big kill down the left side. They are feeding the 6'4" outside hitter from Sao Paulo early on here. Holland, his serve goes right into the net. So again, the Hawks, they hold the edge with a 2-point lead, but the Royals keep it close.
Yeah, they never back down. Not going to quit. They're not going to say die, especially at the beginning. You want to keep the same momentum. You want to keep the same energy, even from the start to finish.
The serve over right into the arms of Blackmore. Good first ball to Cozy. To KGP. It's blocked and dropped on the side of the Royals. The last time the Hawks lost to the Royals, that was back on November 1st of 2023, so 2 years ago to the day. They dropped that one 3-2. That was at Redeemer. This one off the pole, and Jonah Heidberg can't get the kill there. First timeout, and it's used by the Royals. So early on, the Humber Hawks 16, Redeemer 12, and well, the Hawks, they're rolling early on in their home opener. They are led at the helm by none other than the great Wayne Wilkins in his 30th season as head coach. That's the longest tenured coach in Humber Hawks history. And not to mention, he's also won 5 straight OCAA titles.
Man, he just loves this team. He loves this program. He loves being a coach at Humber, and definitely is showing why. Especially in the last 5 years with the 5 championships, he is definitely solidified himself as one of the greatest coaches in recent history.
He has been truly sensational. I mean, I don't think you could say anything else about him. What he's done for the Humber Hawks over his tenure. Let me just read out the medals. 2020, 2012, CCAA national champion. He's a two-time CCAA silver medalist in 2020 and 2023, and he won bronze at the CCAA level in 2014. That was just nationals. This is now OCAA. He's a 9-time OCAA provincial champion coach, 6-time OCAA silver medalist, and a 2-time OCAA bronze medalist. He doesn't lose a whole lot. We haven't even gotten to the coaching accolades just yet, but we will indeed. Again, his 30th season at the helm, and his squad is off to a fantastic start here. Hawks 17, the Royals 12.
Just on the line for the block. I'm pretty sure, I don't play volleyball myself, but I'm pretty sure there's a way to be blocking it in certain ways.
That serve hits the ground. It's a service ace for Enzo Andres.
I see some fans wearing Brazilian, I believe that's soccer jerseys, and they're showing support to their man Enzo Andres.
Serve over. This is going to go out and put back in. Bourne trying to hit it from the back court, and he can't. Goes off the net. Another point going to the Hawks. Well, Humber, they do a lot of good job recruiting out of Brazil. They have 3 players, one out of Santos, Brazil, another one out of Curitiba, Brazil, and then Andres out of Sao Paulo, Brazil.
And I believe they've had players from Brazil, even especially from last year or even 2 years ago. And they just really love, I guess Humber really loves volleyball players from Brazil, and they love to do a lot of heavy recruiting out overseas. That's Wayne Wilkins for you.
Yeah, he does a good job recruiting. And speaking of Wilkins, let's finish the accolades that I was already starting, because I only got through a portion of them.
We're not done.
We're not done yet. Here are his coaching accolades. A 2-time CCAA Coach of the Year in 2005 and 2020. A 3-time OCAA Coach of the Year, 2002, 2005, and 2020. And then a 5-time OCAA Division Coach of the Year in 98, 2001, 2002, 2005, and 2020. Oh, yeah, and also, not to mention, he has 15 division titles in 30 years of coaching. That is a guarantee that Humber will win the division 50% of the time of what he has been able to do.
It's just a thing of beauty right there. And I don't think he's going to stop anytime soon.
Andres, his serve's a little bit too far, too powerful. It sails out of the backcourt.
Substitution for Humber, coming out of the game, number 9, Caleb Gold. For number 2, Nicholas Rossi. Also shaking in is number 11, Sully Koffel. For number 17, Angelo Andres.
So some new substitutions, and now Andres is out. And we have number 11, Sullivan Koffel, who's also a new member of the Hawks, also making his debut at the North Campus.
This is back set to KGP, and the block comes through. Bourne goes up there with Demick, and they're able to shut it down.
Mind you, although Humber's at 19, that means they're 6 points away. Just because Redeemer's behind a little bit doesn't mean that can all change. These guys are still definitely a dominant team. They'll still find a way.
Put up. They go quickly to the middle to Apollo Brass. He can't find anything. This hit goes right through the block, and the power from Jared Prinsolo. Prinslow gets the timeout called for the Hawks at number 8. He was cooking right there. Nice cross-court hit.
Just a great find to see an open area and just put it right in the line. Just put it right down there and just make sure nobody's going to reach it. And even if they do, it's not going to be played well.
Well, I was curious in looking at the record of head coach Wayne Wilkins as a member of, or as head coach, I should say, of the Humber Hawks. He has only lost double-digit games one time in his career, and it was in 2016-17. where Humber made it all the way to the tournament play, or the provincial play as they call it. But other than that, he has never had double-digit losses in any other city. He's gotten close, a couple of 9, but for the most part, it's always double-digit wins.
He's just built Wilton's has built a winning culture in this program, and has showed that he wants to win, especially not only in the provincials, not only in Ontario. He wants to do it, especially in nationwide as well.
He has one season where he dropped under 500. It was a 6-9 record. Pushed down, and Redeemer are clawing their way back into this one. Jack Demick comes through there.
So now Kozic is back in, and so is Andres. Now they're looking to pick up the pieces that was left on the court currently.
To the line to serve, it'll be Jonah Heidbert. His serve over, and it won't go over, right into the net. So the service errors have been a little bit of the backbreaker for the side of Redeemer here in this one. Humber 20, Royals are at 16. They're 5 away from capturing set number 1.
I believe this is the part where they start to pull away, where the Hawks try to pull away and just gain the set. But not in this case, as it just goes out of bounds.
KGP a little bit too much power on that one, and it'll sail out of play. Demick at the line, his serve side off, goes up and gets it. Cozy to Blackmore. Prinsloo keeps it up. Prinsloo will just push it to the back line. Side off somehow gets there. Blackmore will get it to Andres. Free ball. Prinsloo. They go quickly to the middle. It's tipped off the fingers. Again, free ball. Prinsloo to Brower into the back line. Free ball. Hawks. Side off to Blackmore. Down the line. Taven Blackmore gets the kill.
Man, what a rally by both teams, but man, what a save by side off in that corner there. Some certain plays are not in the score sheets as much, but certain things just should not go unnoticed. And side off making that save and keeping the rally going definitely shows how much it means to watch the game in full.
Serve over, and it's kept alive here. The Royals trying to get something. Bourne pushing it down the line. Andres keeps it alive. The back set to Blackmore. Taven Blackmore showing why he was the OCAA Player of the Year last year. Deposits that about 4 rows into the stands.
Man, what a set by Kozic. Definitely going to be a name you hear going forward on this team for a few years to come.
Well, we'll see another service ace here, and I mean, you said it, this is where the Hawks usually start running away with it. Well, Paul Manna liked what he saw right there, and this is the Paul Manna specialty. He does it all the time. Comes off the bench, cool, calm, collected.
And you see the bench definitely just being cool, calm, collected, leaning on each other. But unfortunately, that ball did not go over, so now it's going to be Brower.
Ben Brower going to the line here. 23-18, the Royals need to go on a run. KGP, Cozy, Blackmore, that's too hot to handle.
Blackmore back at it again. It's nothing new. And he's definitely showing that he can run it back with Player of the Year.
This is popped up. And now they'll go to Prinsloo, tries to tip it, diving for it, hit over Andres. Wise move there. Bourne, battle for it, joust, and Bourne will go down, grabbing the net. And that's how set one will finish. The Hawks take it 25-18.
Man, what a first set. Started off as a back and forth affair, and suddenly just Hawks just doing what they do best, just finding an opening and just running away with it.
Well, Blackmore, again, he's continuing a very strong campaign to start the season here. Coming into this game, he sits third in kills per set with 4. And really, he's shown why he was the defending OCAA Player of the Year. He's been sensational for the Hawks. Well, it's the home opener here in the Hawks Nest, but around the GTA, we got Game 7 of the World Series. It's on tonight at 8 p.m. Obviously, everyone here is hoping to get home in time to watch that one, and it's going to be a crazy, crazy evening here in the GTA.
You're talking about going home, man. I might have to go downtown with this one. This is going to be a...
You, my friend, are crazy. I
was there last night.
I'm debating it. I don't know if I'm going to.
I was at Nathan Phillips Square last night. Had even the mayor of Toronto, Olivia Chow, there as well, and everybody was definitely getting hyped.
And this is why Taven Blackmore is my favorite player. Ooh. The Haribo Gummy Bears have been brought back. This guy, absolute legend every time.
It's my first time getting a gummy bear.
Welcome to the broadcast, partner.
Yay.
This is an everyday thing. This men's team is truly remarkable.
This is the one thing about this team where they just show a lot of positive energy. They show out to the people all love, and even a former player who retired last year, Nazir Francis is making an appearance on the bench.
Hey, saying hello to all of his old teammates. Francis, again, he was truly a remarkable player with the Humber Hawks over his career, and just a sensational player, to say the least.
Nazir just came in to say hi to me, knowing full well that he and I go way back. And also, a little known fact, last year he won HPC Athlete of the Year. I mean, he was in the gym a lot of times. He's always in there day in, day out. And according to some people, I was either a snubbed or beat a close second there. I want it this year, though.
Hey, something to fight for. Well, the Haribo Gummy Bears have been eaten. Blackmore is still doing a sensational job on and off the court. Not only does he keep his teammates happy, he keeps the broadcast team happy. So shout out to number 16 right there.
He was wearing a baseball jersey with number 16 yesterday, and he was playing a little joke with me. A little inside joke.
Just at the net, it's kept alive, but it'll drop down. First point of set 2 will go the way of Redeemer.
A little tug of war basically at the net there, and it just goes the way of Redeemer. So now they get the lead. Now they get to play with what they have.
Going for it here, Blackmore right to the back line. It's kept alive. They push it forward. Bourne's going swinging. KGP's in the back. Keeps it alive. Cozy will do it there. Sideoff will just drop it down. Free ball, Redeemer. They go wide to Bourne again. It's dug out there. Blackmore with the left hand, and it was a little bit of an awkward jump for 16.
I was gonna say he is definitely a righty, and that lefty spike definitely was not his. It's definitely not a strong suit, but it does have a lot of power. Just needed to be a little more down, though.
Serve here, right into the waiting arms of Sideoff. They set it wide, tipped by Andres. Diving forward is KGP, but he can't get to it there.
Redeemer's off to a hot start right now. Definitely trying to keep this alive. But knowing the Hawks, they'll as soon as they get a point or two, it's gonna be cool breeze. But for now, they just need to get the point.
Off the fingertips of KGP, side off, puts it back to the front. Andres will just dump it over, free ball. Back set in here, Prinsloo, and he gets blocked.
And there it is. And there it is, what they wanted. They just wanted a point. Now they can definitely come back in this and act like nothing happened.
Enzo Andres plays with as much fire as I've seen out of any Humber Hawk that has stepped into the Hawks nest here. Blackmore with a bullet of a serve. It's still up. Can it get pushed over? It can, but they're gonna, no, they don't say that hit the line, but it doesn't matter. Blackmore hammers it from the back court. Oh my God, that looked like it came off the arm at about 197.
Man, what a powerful swing he has on his arm. And now he gets a serve. He gets to keep going.
His serve to the back line. It catches the back line. Service ace for number 16.
Man, he is on a roll right now. He's just going to keep this going. He just wants to have fun with this now. This is definitely his game, his set right now. Another bullet serve. This time it's alive. Bourne gets the kill to shut down the momentum. But what a three-point swing that was for Humber to get back into it. Redeemer had a lead. Humber able to get two. Now only trail by one. Cozy, quick set to the middle for Justin Holland. Another kill for number 3. Holland has another one of those players making his debuts here, and well, he's looking pretty strong early on here. Yeah, the 6'4" for Burlington native is definitely showing why he was there last year. Didn't really play, but definitely is showing why he's one of their sleeper picks coming into this season.
Excuse me, he was not making his debut here. Again, like you said, he was here last year. But getting more looks, and well, he's taking advantage of his opportunities. Hit right into the net, and Redeemer not helping themselves there, equaling this one up 5-5. Well, all time against Redeemer, the men's volleyball team for the Hawks, they have a 38-20 record. I already mentioned the 20-4 record all time against Redeemer here at home. Hawks have won 13 straight matches at home. This is dating all the way back to January of 2024. Diving is Segui, but he can't get there, and Royals will hold the 1-point lead.
Definitely a tough one to get there for Segui, and it definitely doesn't. It's not a big damage, but it will cost them the point and definitely give Redeemer something to jump on.
Side off, good first ball to Cozy, to KGP, trying to slap it there, but he can't. Cozy back sets Andres. He's just gonna push it to the corner. It's alive by Redeemer. To the backcourt for Bourne. And they're gonna say his arm went over his foot was over the attack line. So a violation there from the Royals evens us up here 6-6. KGP. His serve can't drop. The big swing, and it's going to be sailing to the back line. Jonah Heidberg got too much on that.
Definitely got more closer to the edge of the fingers, but still a strong swing on the hands, and definitely just kept carrying as well. Wow, what a serve by Kyle Gray Phillips.
KGP, said it once, I'll say it again. He has been one of the all-time greats here for the Hawks. 5 years, he has just done everything that they ask of him. And that sails over. Not many players can say they played 4 seasons, and they've won 4 times a provincial championship. Kyle Gray Phillips can say that. You can also say he has a CCAA silver medal. He started in 2022, and he's won an OCAA championship every single year since. They back set it here, hit over, side off, diving for it. KGP sets up Blackmore, hits it over, it doesn't go anywhere. Joust at the net, side off there to cover. Andres pushes it to Blackmore, and it goes to the back court. Taven Blackmore continuing his reign here in this match.
I saw Cozy about to run into Enzo and definitely had to hold up at the last second. He's not winning that battle between them. But what a great finish by Tavon Blackmore.
Apollo Bras with the serve over. They go quickly to the middle. Too hot to handle for Enzo Andres as this hops right to us here and right back onto the court.
I got an assist. I touched it.
Kyle Gray Phillips, son of Humber and OCAA Hall of Famer Colleen Gray. His father, Ken Phillips, also competed for the men's volleyball team during the 90s, so a lot of heritage here at Humber for the 5th-year senior. Serve there by number 7, Jonah Heidbert, will sail too far. So Humber, another point. And they're staying alive here. It's 10-8 now for the Hawks.
Interesting how volleyballs work, because they just carry sometimes with the way it just kept going over the line.
Bourne tried to get that one over the net, but he hit it right into it. Not going to get anything there. And yeah, when you look at the volleyball, if they're able to get that top spin on their serve, you'll see it dive down. But if you just hit it square with the force, it's not going to drop. That one right there was an absolute bullet by Nicholas Cozy.
Nicholas Cozy, an Ottawa native, 6'1" setter, but he also has a great serve. He's definitely new to the team and is definitely showing out why he can be just a part of the team as everyone else.
And they're going to say hit. No, thought they were going to say hit off the hands, but that point will go right on back to Redeemer, 12-9.
Tough one for Enzo. I know he definitely wanted that point, but just got out of bounds, and he's definitely got to go for the next one.
This is a powerful shot by Blackmore, but it's kept alive. Prinsloo tries to get that kill. Side off sets up Blackmore on his back foot. He can't find it. Heidbert to Prinsloo, off the hands. KGP puts it to the net. Holland puts it up. Side off hits it over, free ball, Redeemer. Gonna go quick to the middle, but a good dig by KGP. Cozy to Andres, off the net, and it's down. The rally is won by the Hawks, and Enzo Andres gets another kill.
Man, you just never give up on a play at all. Definitely both sides wanted to get the point, and man, what a save and what a finish by Enzo.
Hammered over and out of play. Just served over, hit off the hands. Jumping for it there was Cozy. Pushed to the back corner by Sideoff. Free ball, Redeemer. They go wide. Heidbert, and he gets the best of Blackmore there.
It's something about free balls where Redeemer can definitely just capitalize and find a point in some way, shape, or form. As there's a bit of a slippery spot on the court. Mind you, these are the same courts that the Hawks basketball team uses as well. And there's always been a lot of times where players land on the ground and just leave a little bit of a wet spot there.
Sometimes they get caught slipping, stumbling, tripping, and fumbling. Just saying.
But as well, they could just quickly clean it up, and then it's like nothing happened. Game's back on.
Serve right into the net that time.
Mana on the bench, definitely showing out these new Hawk members the culture it is on the bench and how they can be the bench mob with a whole new group of guys.
This is pushed over, and Brassen, KGP, combining there for the wall. They're up now 15-11. I was looking at Nicholas Cozy's experience, and he previously played with the Camelson Chargers. And Camelson, I mean, they have had a run of championships in men's volleyball in the CCAA level. They were back-to-back gold medalists in 22 and 23. Cozy, he appeared in 2 matches last year for them, but, he might not have been getting the starts, but he definitely got the experience and around a winning culture, and he brought that here early on. This serve straight to the net. 16-12 score here. Hawks looking to go up 2-0 early on against the Royals.
Also, to piggyback off of what you said about Cozy, he's also transferred and came here, and now he's getting the playing time he wants. He wants to be here. He wants to be on the court. Wants to be playing, and he's definitely showed it off in the first set as well. Blackmore
puts that right back in. Cozy just puts it over the net. Free ball, quick one in the middle, and it was a tough play there.
What's the call here?
And I think they're just going to say
what?
Restart of the point. Yep, and that's exactly what they're going to go with. A reserve here, as the head official and the judge on the side, they didn't know what the call was going to be. So a reserve comes up here, and I mean, that comes into the favor of the Hawks. Catches the back line, Enzo Andres.
I've been to many volleyball games, and I have never seen a reserve or a redo like this. I've never seen that. It's interesting because it's like you don't know because both officials don't know if it was out or in, but you just never see that before. Never saw that in a volleyball game ever.
It has happened before. It's a very rare thing to happen. It's if the officials can't kind of agree on a call and the head official doesn't get a clear look. So they are not going to give the official call to anybody. So they just say reserve. We're just going to act like that didn't happen. Give both teams an opportunity to try to, get the point back or battle for it there. But a meeting here between the two teams. Timeout was called. Humber is firmly in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah. Zach, if I'm honest, I can never be an official. I used to have good eyesight, but my doctor's been saying it's going down a little bit now. So haven't talked to him in a minute either.
I'll tell you right now, I don't have good eyesight. That's why I wear glasses.
I mean, I have good eyesight in baseball, but that's from 60 feet. That's a whole different story. But I give both officials props for what they do at the end of the day.
Andres, the serve there, and it's into the weight and arms of Redeemer. They're going up for the hit, and that's a hammered shot back over by Jonah Heidbert.
And Heimbert, just a third-year student from Hamilton, just showing out that he has the experience and he has the power. He definitely was wanting that point. There are some times where you can just look at a player when they're ready to spike the ball or serve that they want that point. He definitely wanted it.
Caleb Gould comes on here, number 9. They're going to set up a play on the inside here to Brass, and it's over again. Apollo Brass They go wide this time into the newly checked in Gold. Caleb Gold gets a kill here.
Carson Grimm, the libero, with a great save. Unfortunately, couldn't save it again. But man, sometimes you gotta lay your body on the line for anything.
KGP, super senior, at the line to serve. Hammered shot, but right into the net. (18-14) is the score. Humber looking to go up 2-0 here. They are currently just running away with this one. The Royals trying to battle on back. An opportunity to try to get some points back here. Heidberg, his serve over right in the waiting arms of Sidov. They go back quickly to Gold. His hammered shot, that was coming right at me. Thankfully, our PA announcer, Haspreet, put up the big oven mitt there to stop it.
He's got to have better hands than that. He's got to catch it with one hand. Come on now.
Apollo Brás will go to the line. Out of Santos, Brazil, is number 12. His serve right into the arms. It's hit over. Free ball for the Hawks. They back set KGP, and you got to respect the power of KGP. But right there, an unfortunate break for Redeemer as Kyle Gray Phillips, he'll take that every day of the week.
Although it hit the net, sometimes you don't know where it's going to go after hitting the net. And, man, did that just cross up the player sometimes.
This is a heavy serve. Can they get it over? No, they can't. I think that'll go down as a service ace for Apollo Brás.
Apollo Brás was on this team last year, and I remember he's a very, very, like shy guy, a little hard to talk to here and there, but I did get to see him a little bit. And he also played a good amount of games here and there, and he showed out. He's definitely gonna have to play a bigger role this year, especially with all the new players coming in. And he has experience.
And
man,
there
what
we
an
go.
ace.
Back-to-back service aces. You say you got to play a bigger role. Well, he answers the call right there.
I'll take credit for that.
Apollo Brás. 3 points away are the Hawks from taking set number 2.
Again, the Hawks will start off a little bit close, but next thing you know, they're going to run away with it.
And the adrenaline was pumping there for number 12. His serve sails to the back line.
Still a great showing of serves by Brás. He's definitely improving each and every day he can. He is, and also his Brazilian buddy Andres is giving him a little bit of some encouragement.
This is to the side. Gold, he pushes it right back in. KGP will just tip it over, but Redeemer are set up for it. They're going to go to Bourne. It's blocked. Can they keep it alive? Yes, they can. Hit over, free ball. KGP diving. They back set. Gold, the lefty. Can't find the sideline, but it was a good attempt by number 9.
Caleb Gold is also a first year here, definitely showing out and definitely getting his opportunities.
Serve over, it's good. Back set to Gold again, and why not? He lets it fly. Bourne, his kill, it's not gonna go. It's gonna be Humber on the net. So they give up another point, 22-17 now.
I think I looked away for a couple seconds. I think it could have either been touching of the net or it might have been the foot over the line.
Isaac Vrogdenhill. His serve into the arms of Sidov. They go wide to Blackmore again, and oh my God. Blackmore hammered it down, but he got contact with the net.
I believe he hit the pole, and it just kind of sucks when that happens. And also, with that momentum building, do you want to call a timeout if you're Wayne Wilkins? And he does.
Well, 22-18 here, and well, it's been a fun one to say the least, as Humber looking to start off the season right at home here and get back onto the winning side of things. Again, they went 1-1 over the weekend. They won their last game against Boreal, but if you were a Humber Hawk on this team, you'd understand. They want to be winning almost every single game. Cambrian looking really good to start the season. 9 sets won, only 1 set lost. And they took this Humber Hawks team in 3 straight sets. So it'll be interesting to see the rest of the way how these teams do.
And of course, Cambria started off to a hot start. But real quick, this replay here of the ball I believe that was his hand or the ball that touched the pole there, and it just kind of annoys people sometimes when that happens. But hey, rules are rules, and there goes that ball.
(23-18) here as Caleb Gold will go to line here to serve.
Gold, native from Bear Cove, Newfoundland. I have never been there before.
Newfoundland, great place. I have some family out there in Port-au-Port. Shout out Newfoundland.
I feel like going there one day.
Oh, it's beautiful. Serve over by Gold's a good one. They try to go quickly here. Blackmore will put it up, and they'll send it right back to Blackmore. He's swinging. It's off the wall. Holland right back to Blackmore, out off the head of the defender. Going up, swinging into the corner, and it's out of play. Jeremiah Zommerman was there swinging.
The ball was coming at me, and then the coach just made a block, and that kind of ruined my second there.
Caleb Gold looking to take set number 2 for the Humber Hawks. 24-18 is the score. Here's the serve from Gold, and it's right into the net.
The one thing about times like this is when you're serving and your team is a point away from losing the set, you always want to be perfect. You always want to be. You just want to get it over and let the game play for itself.
Blackman on the side puts set 2 to bed. It was a quick setup for Blackmore on the outside, and he wins set number 2 for the Hawks, 25-19. 2 sets to none for the boys in blue. As we'll switch sides and get ready to go to set number 3.
I've always wondered this question: why do they switch sides? But then again, it might just because they're gonna switch sides on the court, and then sometimes something can happen, and opposing sides could start something, and you might as well just have the whole bench switch as well.
So if you can see behind the Hawks bench, there's a bunch of people wearing a white T-shirt. On that shirt, it is head coach Wayne Wilkins' face with WW on it. His initials, obviously, Wayne Wilkins. And it's his 30th season here as the head coach for the Humber Hawks. He has been truly sensational. Again, 15 seasons where he's won a provincial championship, and he has just brought this Humber program tremendous honors. He does a great job day in and day out.
Again, 30 years, a beloved coach, and honestly, if anyone probably wants to know, is he near the end? I highly doubt it. He's still bringing out wins upon wins and recruiting new players day in, day out.
There's
there's
Humber Athletic Director Ray Chateau wearing that Wayne Wilkins shirt, and I don't blame him. Ray is absolutely locked in watching the men's basketball game that's going on right now over in Fanshawe. And there's the shirt right there. That's an awesome picture.
Really, I should get a shirt.
Humber men's basketball team currently up 71-66 on the Fanshawe Falcons with just about 45 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. So it's looking like it's going to be a victory for the boys up there in Fanshawe.
And the women's also won 2 earlier in the day, and so it could be a good day to be a Hawk right now.
Might be the first time in a while we've had a 4-day win. I say first time in a while. It happened last year numerous times with the Humber Hawks.
Yeah.
But might be the
been a
first
while.
one of the year here for the men's and women's volleyball and basketball teams. Again, there's not usually a lot of, head-to-head competition between players, but there's been a couple of times where I've talked with players from the basketball teams or the volleyball teams, and they say, we peer over at the opposite sport a couple times and say, hey, like, we're winning, guys. What did you do? Did you win too? And it's a little bit of a friendly competition between all 4 teams. They always want to win. They don't want to be the team that loses when all 4 teams play on the same day.
And that's another thing about the winning culture in Humber. It's like you look at your other athletes and you want to also win after seeing them win, and knowing that like you just gotta want it. You just gotta want it for not only yourself, the school, your whole team, but you also want to do it to say to your fellow athletes, hey, I won, your turn, and then just go from there.
Serve over here and into the waiting arms of Paul Manna. Blackmore, his serve over, diving for it, and unable to get there was the libero, number 6, Carson Grimm, out of Langley, BC.
Tough one for him, and he was going for the pancake save and just didn't get it.
Nicholas Koji. And Cozy, his serve there, just can't get it over the net. Simon Bourne will go to the line. He's had himself a pretty solid day for the Royals. Manna, good first ball to Cozy. That is a booming shot by number 7, Dante Sugarman.
Sugarman, a first year out of Kingston, Ontario. I've seen him a lot in the gym, and he is definitely like very ripped and can show the power right then and there. It almost went back in on the Hawk side.
This is sword at a play, so Redeemer will tie it up 2-2.
Sometimes you gotta look at how much power you have and remind yourself you can't use too much of it. Sometimes you gotta watch how you serve. That's a volleyball player.
Enzo Andres gets a kill there off the hands and at a play. Dante Sugarman still at the line here serving. Hit over right into the waiting arms of the libero. Brower back sets it here to Hyde Burton. It's going to be high and out of play. Humber, they will take the point. Brower jumps up, he sets it, but he can't get a clean look there.
A little bit of a miscue here and there for the Royals, but it's definitely nothing to gloss over about.
Brower pushes it to the back. Heidbert high off the wall. Blackmore was swinging, and he just has it slip out of the wickets. We talked about the difference a year makes for this Humber Hawks team. We'll mention 9 players making their debut here. And Humber, they had a lot of players either graduate out of the program or transfer out of the program. A lot of those players were people that we saw day in and day out. As Paul Manna here with a big hit on the side. Tipped over by Brower, and he finds a hole, and that puts the Redeemer Royals down by just 1. But just to name a few players that were with the Hawks last year, the ones that graduated out, Nazir Francis in his 5th year, Josh Nicholson. Those were the 2 really big guys that transferred out. Alec Loney, again, another player that would come off the bench and make an impact. And then there's a bunch of transfers. Caleb Huat went to the OUA. Brock McKenzie transferred out. So did Jake Butt. And then the big one was the transfer out of Michael McAlpine, who went to play out west. And he was the big lefty threat on the outside for the Hawks for his first 3 years of college eligibility. Cozy gets this one over to Enders, but he can't find it there. And it looks like that hit off the post. Yes, it did. Andres right there.
Again, a tough one when it hits the post, and it just irks you because sometimes that was a good swing, and then you just want to get the kill there, but it just can't happen when you touch the post.
They set it up wide outside, and getting the kill was number 5, Caleb Bosveld.
Just out of the hands of Segi, and now side off is subbing in for him.
So it's 6-6 here.
It's been like that every set so far.
Andres gets blocked. Redeemer, they hop up here, 6-7.
See, I was doing the hand motion. I didn't want to do.
I
didn't want to say it.
Oh, I know. I saw you. Don't worry. Humber trailing by 1 here. Bosveld at the line still. He had a good first serve. Here's the second, right in the waiting arms of Sideoff. They push it wide. Mana trying to push it down, and they're going to say that Brower was on the net. So point going to the Hawks. They tie it on up.
Tough break for the Royals there.
Paul Mana, his serve over right into the waiting arms of the libero there. It gets put back in. Bourne hammers it cross court, and Simon Bourne has been the focal point of the offense here in this one, and he has stepped up to the challenge. Side off. Cozy right to Brass.
Brass once again showing the height. Height does matter in these games, and can just get up there and just spike it down.
Apollo Brass serves it there. Almost has another service ace, but it's going to be a free ball for the Hawks instead. Push to the net. Kept up by Cozy. Smacked down by Blackmore. Out of bounds. Humber will get the point.
Especially with that block that the Royals had. It just gets over the line and gets out of bounds. Tough break.
Brass' serve into the waiting arms of the libero. Brower tips it down. That is a sensational play.
Brass showing his frustration there. Definitely wanted to keep serving and keep playing, but sometimes it just happens.
He shows the frustration, but he has a big smile on his face because he says, what do I got to do to have a little bit of a run here on the line? Cozy backsetting Mana, and the solo block comes through. Luke Marshall out of Cambridge. Ben Brower will go to the line. The Royals up 10-9. Into the arms of Blackmore. Cozy. What a job done by Nicholas Cozy.
Cozy's really going to show off on his court debut. He is definitely gonna be something to talk about for this coming season for sure.
The third-year player making impacts, and this ball somehow stays alive. Free ball here for the Royals. Push it out wide. Heidbert, hammer it to the line. It catches the corner. So 11-10 now score for the Royals.
Bourne's been doing so well this game, but he's just trying to contribute a little bit more for this team as well.
Blackmore gets blocked there, and he tried to get the recovery, but it looked like he took a little bit of a spill trying to get his foot planted. Diving around, and another point going the way of the Royals. Simon Bourne is having a little bit of a run here at the line. And the timeout is called by the Hawks.
Currently being 13-10, not a bad time to call the timeout and definitely just squash any momentum happening for the Royals. All the Hawks need to do is just kind of work things out, work on what they need to work on, have to call out the mistakes and the mishaps and miscues happening, but you also have to remember that you still got, obviously you have a lot more game left, and you just got to trust in your game, trust in your team.
Yeah, we know the Hawks have a lot of trust in their players. Head coach Wayne Wilkins has a lot of trust in his squad. They've shown him over the years that they can be a dominant force to be reckoned with, and, well, it should be a good one here. Solid finish, the Royals 13, Humber 10. Humber have taken the first two sets here in this one. They're looking to try to go a clean 3-0 sweep here at home in their home debut of 2025. Pushed up off the top of the net. Free ball for the Hawks. No, they're going to get it tipped over. Thought it would have been 4 hits there, but no. Blackmore with the left hand falls down. He's right back up.
Free ball.
Andres. Cozy. Back to Andres. Push to the corner. And so Andres gets the points back for the Hawks.
You always have to respect the power of Andres, but the thing is, he can also do that. Just push the ball right over the net and then find the back.
Hit over, quick one in the middle, gets blocked. Second chance effort, pushed back down. Humber will get a play here. Cozy, back sets Blackmore! Taven Blackmore gets a spark here in the gym.
Man, Blackmore's just killing it right now. Now he's got to serve.
16 right to the back line. Brower back sets Heidbert. It's blocked
Tie game.
by himself, Dante Sugarman. The Redeemers will need a timeout, and what a fast-paced start out of the break for the Hawks.
Now remember, the same thing that happened for Redeemer, where they had the breakout going up by 3, it comes back and it's now a tie game, and now they're calling a timeout. So now both sides are definitely trying to both teams are trying to find some sort of cushion. But look back at this replay, just great blocking by Sugarman and also the assist with Mana as well. It says a lot about both teams that even though the Hawks are up 2-0, Redeemer wants this game still, and it's still trying to find a way. But the Hawks are the Hawks. They are going to try and find a way to to keep running away with it. They're just going to try and get out in front and then just kind of bury them in the dust is what I would like to call it.
Well, I always like to say volleyball, it is a momentum-based sport, and currently it has been the Humber Hawks getting the momentum right back. Redeemer, they had it to start this third set, and Humber trying to recapture it here with Blackmore at the line to serve. This is a bullet that just misses the back line.
It's where it lands that makes it a tough decision to call it, and it's just out according to the official, and just have to call it. It's out of bounds.
Over to the corner, Mana. Cozy pushing it there was Sugarman, but he can't find it down. Heidbert gets blocked again. Dante Sugarman.
Give him his sugar.
And he gets awarded, going to the line to serve. Brower, they back set. Bourne, diving is Blackmore. Mana gets to it, keeps it alive. Cozy, free ball Redeemer. Brower to the corner, Bosveld. They're gonna say Redeemer ball.
They're saying it went off of one of the Hawks players, but I think it might be Andres, and I know he doesn't like it. I know he's smiling, but he doesn't like it. He's smiling, but it's not funny.
Andres is looking, smiling, laughing, shaking his head. He does not agree.
Still a positive, upbeat guy, even times like this. Just he knows that there's still a lot of game left.
Cozy to Andres, and you see it on the side of your screen. Wayne Wilkins, he points to the sky because the ball don't lie. The Hawks get the point right on back, 15-15.
Man, that got me hyped. I'm now ready to run through a brick wall right then and there when I saw Andres hyped up.
The man out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, with the serve. It's a spinner. They back set Bourne. It gets blocked. It hits off the official. Redeemer. They hold the 1 point edge here. Caleb Bosveld. Right into the arms of Blackmore. Cozy. And that gets pushed down. Again, it's Simon Bourne. What a day number 4 in red is having.
Simon Bourne, a third year player out of Ottawa, and he is such a tactical player. He just needs to. He's trying to carry this team on his back at this point.
Mana this time gets blocked and hyped up on the side. It's Demick and Ben Brower. It has been a 3-point swing here. The Hawks, they trail. Bosveld, what a job done at the line here for Redeemer. His serve over into the arms of Blackmore. Cozy to Mana, pushes to the back line. Bosveld's there. Brower will go across to Bourne. It's blocked off of Bourne. Humber will get the point on back. That's big as they shut down the momentum from Bosveld.
Quick look at this replay as the Royals definitely were looking for that spike, and that block. The block definitely hit the Redeemer player on the side on the shoulder, and that's when it goes back to haunt you.
Paul Mana, great serve. They set up to Bourne again, pushing it down.
Blackmore's asking if there was any illegal play where he's just trying to push it out. You're not supposed to do that, but mind you, the way he did it was definitely, I guess, in the rules.
Again, Simon Bourne is finding everything that he can do here. Serve over, Saidov. Cozy, Blackmore blocked, but right there covering his Mana. They're going to send it right back to Blackmore. He's going across and can't get it off the hands. Well, 20-16 here in set number 3. Humber will need a little bit of a run if they want to try to take this in 3 straight sets, but it's looking like the Royals are coming to life here.
Yeah, you can never think that's going to be an easy game, especially when you're up 2-0. Just because you're up 2-0 does not mean that it's going to end 3-0. It's gonna have to keep going. You're gonna have to keep. You gotta keep playing. And Redeemer's not giving up on this set. They're not going to give up on this game. They're going to show why that they can still scare off the Hawks here.
Anything can happen here in the last stages of the game, but for the most part, it has been a really strong third set. So this is interesting. I was looking at the Redeemer bench. They have Romans 12-2 on the back of their shirts. And Romans 12-2 do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Well, the Royals, they have a little bit of scripture on their shirts on the sidelines here. Side off. The back set to Andres, and it's going to be kept up and going right to Bourne. He puts it up. Andres is there. Cozy puts it to Blackmore. Can't get a full hit there. Brower going out wide, hitting across court, diving side off, but he can't keep it in. Four points away are the Royals.
Royals are definitely trying to run away with this set here, as it'll be the first of 3 they need to come back and win.
Joust at the net, and it's won by Nicholas Cozy. Apollo Bras will come to serve, and they need a run here, down by 4. Not a lot of margin of error to work with. Bras, the serve. Bosveld's there. And it's off the hands of Blackmore, so they're going to free 3 hits here. Bourne hits it off the wall.
Bourne is just working this game right now. He's definitely the man of this set for sure.
Brower will be the one to serve. 5-point lead now for the Royals. Mana, his serve's going to go right over. Free ball, Redeemer. They go back to Heidbert, swinging, and to the rafters it goes. 2 points away are Redeemer from taking their first set of this one.
Powerful spike plus any touch going up, and then it's going to hit the rafters. Another thing I learned is that Redeemer's school has a shorter to the rafters, so those points are going to hurt a lot, but they're going to play into their game as well.
18-23, Humber trail by 5. The Royals looking to hold on here for their first set win and push this to a set number 4. Blocked out of bounds, and it'll land right beside us here. Set point here for Redeemer.
Just out of my reach. If I dove, I would have definitely knocked over something. Probably this table. How fitting, Bourne's going for the set here.
Pushed out wide, Andres! The heavy hit, and they can't keep it alive.
What a spike by Enzo.
Well, Humber have the right man at the line to serve. They need to go on a 5-point run here to send this to extra points. They backset Blackmore. There's one. Four more to push this to extra points.
Man, Blackmore's definitely looking to make the comeback happen. He is he is good at his serve right now.
Off the net, Brower keeps it alive. They go wide, Bosveld, it's blocked, it's down, there's two.
And now they're going to call timeout as we look back at this replay. Man, what a block by the duo, Sugarman and Enzo Andres.
You almost feel like you hear a hush fall over the gym here as players and fans all kind of understand the momentum of where we're at in this game. Humber trying to push this for 3 straight set wins. Redeemer trying to hold on and take 1 set away from the Hawks here, at least in the Hawks Nest in their home opener. The women's teams, they are getting ready behind the screen that's behind us. Again, it's Humber and the Sioux Cougars for OCAA women's volleyball.
I wonder when the women's play Redeemer now, because it's usually a same school, same team. They play each other every time. But now with Sioux in the mix, it's kind of have days like this where it's just like Redeemer men's only show up and not the women's.
Here's a serve over from Blackmore, and it's punched over off the side, and that could be a game-changing play.
You call for a timeout, and you're looking to kill the momentum that the Hawks have, and even in this case, they're looking to. The Hawks are still going to try and keep the momentum going.
Blackmore, another hard serve. Walcott will dive for it here. They backs it. Heidbert off the fingertips. Blackmore's there, pushing it down. Diving is Taven, but they can't keep it alive. The Magic dies. They were 2 points shy of sending it to extra points, but now we have ourselves a game. The Humber Hawks 2 sets. The Redeemer Royals, they hold on and take that big 3rd set. They still trail by 1. They have still a tall mountain to climb, but they've started that here now.
I gotta say, Bosveld looked very cold when he got the ball. At the end there, where he could just look over at Kozic, who is sliding on the ground. Just look over him and say, "Hey, that's 3rd set." It looked pretty cool in my opinion. Not gonna lie.
Well, we are patiently waiting here for set number 4 to start. Again, if you're just joining in, hello everybody, welcome in. This is game 1 of 2 here in the Hawks Nest. It's the home openers for the men and women's Humber Hawks volleyball teams. Zach Benoit, Xavier Whittle, and X. It's been a fun one to start. The men's team jumped out to a 2-set lead, and well, the Redeemer Royals, they're trying to play spoiler and get something going here.
Not to mention how the first 2 sets, and even this past 3rd set, have all started where it's like a back and forth, a continuous who can really come out on top. And Humber ran away eventually with both the first 2 sets, and then the 3rd set, Redeemer gets out just enough to have the Hawks scrambling, but Hawks cannot complete a comeback as Redeemer takes the 3rd set. Now, with the 4th set, I can honestly predict that it will probably be another back and forth affair at the start, and then somebody runs away with it.
We will. The only problem is that we can't kill camera feed.
Pointed.
Apologies for the little technical difficulties that we had. The women's team got so excited. I think they might have knocked something out over there at the wall to our left. Well, that's okay. It's 4-4 here in set number 4. The Hawks lead it 2-1. Taven Blackmore had a fantastic start at the service line. It was 2 in a row service aces.
Yep, that was a little bit of a little radio silence right there, but I think we should be fine now. And now to pick it up, it's currently now 5-4 for Humber, as Andres was just serving, and what a putback by Brass.
Apollo Brass comes up big right there. Enzo Andres with a monster serve. Heidbert gets it blocked there. It's again Bourne. Blackmore will put it back to the court. KGP, soft hit over. Bourne. They tip it up top, diving for it. Andres gets to it. KGP falling back, fadeaway slap. Gets it over the net. Heidbert gets Paulo Bras. 8-7 score. Again, apologies, just having a couple technical difficulties on our side here, but we should be all good for the remainder of this set. 8-7 is the score. The Hawks are up on the Royals. They're gonna swing it out wide. Bourne, it's a block off the wall. Redeemer get the point, it's 8-8.
Bourne has continuously been the forefront of this team so far. Now you have serving Jack Demick, another guy who's been on this team and showing out for this game. And
play still alive, hit over. Cozy, side off to Blackmore, catches the corner. It's Taven Blackmore with another kill.
Yeah, Blackmore, again, we're all going to talk about the reigning player of the year. Constant showing and the way he plays, the power he has. Service ace for Nicholas Cozy.
Play to the side, and diving there is Cozy. They give it to Blackmore. Gets to the back line, Heidberg keeps it alive. They go to Bourne once more. It goes off of Bourne and falls down. Enzo Andres.
Andres is such a vibrant guy, and now the timeout's been called early. But Andres is just such a vibrant guy, such a positive guy. He radiates in front of this whole team.
Yeah, he plays with emotion on his sleeve, and he just doesn't care. It's awesome. Here's another look. You see how fired up he is right there in the huddle.
He says, I want this point. So I'm pretty sure everybody can look at the time right now as we're just above 2 hours from the big game that everyone's talking about right now in Game 7 of the World Series, but
Point for the Hawks. Nicholas Cozy will go to the line here to serve. Cozy to serve over. Brower keeping it alive. Off the net, Cozy can't get it there.
I believe Cozy was looking for a way to hit it off the net and then still be playable. It was only had 2 touches. Now there's going to be a third one. And now they're going to clean off a little wet spot. Make sure it's squeaky clean to play on this court.
Ben Brower go to the line here to serve. Side off, hits that off the net. Side off now will push it to the back corner. And can't get the tip over there as Heidberg.
Hawks are currently up 13-9. They're trying to get away with this, trying to run away with it and get this final this final set point and go up two wins to 1 in the season.
Taven Blackmore again.
Time and time again, we're going to keep talking about him. As the bench is definitely being the bench mob, and they're having fun right now.
Blackmore, another hard serve, and it's KGP hammering it down.
Just a wonderful spike down. Nobody was going to stop it at all.
Here's the serve from 16. It's up. Brower going to Bourne. Put up there by Andres. Cozy. Andres off the hands. It's down. 16-9. The Hawks running away with this set. Blackmore showing why he is the reigning OCAA Player of the Year. Serve, it's up. Kept alive here. Hit on over. Alex Segui, Blackmore from the backcourt. Can't get a clean look, we'll just tip it over. Bourne pushes to the back line, Segui there. Blackmore. Andres is hammering it. The dugout in the back. Heidbert going for it. It's off the hands of Enzo Andres, and he wanted a big time block there.
Andres is definitely asking the coaches, is there anything about that block? The one thing you gotta do is just worry about the next one. Worry about the next opportunity you get.
KGP trying to go cross court, but too strong.
Now, mind you, the Hawks we're running away with it now. It's just a few miscues. They're slow. The Royals are slowly trying to capitalize and gain points and be able to come back in this set. They're only down by 5.
Serve over off the hands of Saidov and onto the bench as Andres was hustling over there.
I wonder what the bench mob is saying.
Timeout here by the Hawks as it's 16-12 now. 3-point swing in the favor of the Royals.
Again, Wilkins being in his 30th season, still knows exactly. He's been around there. He's been around these parts where the momentum is all on the other team. You cut the momentum down, and then if you can, make sure you secure a point right off the timeout, and then all you have to do is just play the game and get back into the Hawks' advantage. And you can see Chris Wilkins supporting his brother with the shirt.
Yeah, everybody on that side of the gymnasium has the shirt. And I saw a bunch of the women's team, Reese Cholette to be exact. She ran over to Brian Lepp and she was like, "Hey Brian, can we get some shirts for warm-up?" As Andres fired right back up. Gets another kill. What a job out of 17 here today.
And Andres has been showing why he is definitely the player to the newest.
Hit over, and it's Enzo Andres right there again. He's having himself a day between Blackmore and Andres. And this is not a good sign. Taven Blackmore shaking out that right wrist a little bit, and you gotta hope that he's okay. He is a vital, vital part of this team. As it's Paul Manna with a booming shot. It's kept alive somehow. Bourne will push it to the side, hit over. Manna putting it up here. Cozy to Andres. They will get the point. Contact with the net is made. Timeout to the Royals, the Hawks. 6 points away from taking this one in 4 sets. The Redeemer Royals had a huge set number 3 that saw them hold off Humber. But the Hawks have come out of the gates hot here in the 4th set. Taven Blackmore at the service line has been nothing short of excellent. And how about Enzo Andres in his first game at the North Campus, putting on a performance for the ages. His number 17, the big man, 6'4", out of Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Where is that in Brazil?
Sao Paulo?
Yeah. Where is that?
It's in Brazil.
I mean,
Pull up a map, my friend. You got your iPhone. Paul Manna will be at the line here.
I'll figure that out later.
And it's Manna right into the arms of the libero. Brower back setting Bourne, and keeping it up is Cozy. Going to KGP. Bourne puts it up. Brower back sets Heidbert to the corner. Sailing. And a hit right off the head of Sidoff on the bench.
I think it's a point for the Royals, though. I think they're saying that there could be a net violation. Because it was out, but I think there was a little violation at the net there.
Yeah, the point will go, in fact, to the Royals. 19-13 now is the score. Hit over, KGP, and oh man, going quickly is Apollo. Five points away from taking it 3 sets to 1.
Everybody was so hyped when Brass did that. Brass was just like, yeah, it's okay, let's keep going. Job is not finished.
Here's Andres. And too hot to handle on the back line there.
The Royals will not go down without a fight, even though it's a 6-point lead and the Hawks are 5 points away.
KGP, first ball. Cozy, back to KGP, down the line. No, he didn't catch it.
Tough break for KGP. Is it just, he definitely was looking for a line shot, and it just gets out of bounds. You hear the rumbling.
Oh yeah, the fans getting into it here. Cozy to Andres again. Enzo, have yourself a first match. KGP at the line to serve for the Hawks. They need 4 to take this game 3 sets to 1. Here's the super senior, and it's into the net.
Some people call them super seniors. I think people are, some guys will call them grandpa because, 5 years. Some still say Unc.
It's Bosveld. His serve, Sidev is there. Pushed over, and just a miscue between the players.
I believe that was Ben Brower who had the last touch, and the way he just redirected that ball right away from side off.
Blackmore, first ball's a good one. And again, it's Andres hitting it down. It's kept alive. Free ball for the Hawks, and it's going to sail out of bounds. Humber are getting closer and closer, but the gap between the Royals and the Hawks is also getting closer and closer. Now 5. And we'll have a substitution. Toby Nessel. Never mind, he'll run right back to the bench. Apollo Bras with the serve over. Brower going to Bourne on the arms. Hit up. They're going to Blackmore. Off angle, cross the net. Taven Blackmore, what can he do?
Man, look at Blackmore, man. That was such a great play, and how much power you have on even lying on your back. Like, you're about to fall onto your back and still have the power to make it as tough as a play as it is for the Royals and get it all the way onto the stands.
Toby Nessel will now check in to serve here for Brass. This is tipped, but the wall comes through. It's Blackmore again. Bourne gets blocked there by Sugarman. Bourne again, they push it down the line, and it'll be a Humber ball.
Because they're thinking that it was a lift, as obviously they're...
Match point, Toby Nessel. Hawks trying to take it 3-1.
Toby Nessel, a first year from Waterloo, Ontario.
His serve too long, but now the Royals have to be perfect. Jack Demick will go to the line and has to be perfect here. 6 points is what they need to tie and push this to extras. And they won't get it. Sails out of bounds. The Hawks will take it 3-1 against the Redeemer Royals, and they will continue this little win streak that they've had. It is now 2 in a row for the side of the Hawks.
Man, what a game. What a game for Enzo Andres. His first time here, first time on this court. Man, he is showing out to why he will be yet another recruit, even from Brazil too, and just being a tough player to come from.
I mean, you can go with anybody for player of the game, but yeah, it would be hard to not go with Enzo Andres, who really showed out here in his first game at the Hawks Nest. That'll do it for us here for game number 1. Stay tuned with the women's teams. We'll go face-to-face in about 30 minutes or so. It's the Humber Hawks and the Sioux Cougars going one-on-one. We'll be right back in a little bit with more OCAA volleyball. Don't go anywhere.